Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Good evening, or good morning, or whatever time zone you are in while watching this. Rather than going straight into the footage, this time I thought I would add some context around the ride that we did last weekend with MMCC. For those who do not know what MMCC stands for, it's Muslim Melbourne or Melbourne Muslim Cycling Club. It's a club originated a couple of years ago trying to get together like-minded guys and girls and take up riding during the weekends, train towards some events that coming up in the riding calendar. So yeah, we're very happy. We're super stoked to see a lot of recent members joining in, and the group has been growing. So we're very happy with that. The ride that we did last weekend, Mount Pleasant ride, it was a ride to Mount Pleasant in the north, Melbourne, and then once we've ascended the climb, a very short climb, we would then descend down to the Yarra Boulevard, to the base of Yarra Boulevard, and then a bit of an effort, bit of PP measuring, and then stop over at coffee at a place called Canteen on the Yarra, and then head back north, back home. Or well, basically that's where the split up point was, where guys from the east went back, and the guys from the north went back as well from there. So up north, meet up here, meet up point, all the way through. Did the climb at Yarra at Mount Pleasant, which is the climb here, and then descend, go through the boulevard, which has rolling hills, and then coffee break, and then back up north. Did some extra climbing on the way just to get my elevation up. The current ride, today's ride, was 100 k's and about 1,000 meters of elevation. Did it in about 4 hours or so. However, elapsed time due to some punctures we had on the way. Um, yeah, ignore the heart rate because my heart rate monitor was busted and was showing pretty much 225 the entire ride, which was a bit annoying because I could not check my statistics properly. Um, you may find that this clip is going to be a bit longer than normal, but the reason why I've made it longer is so it's not more about the actual statistics of my ride, but it's more about the company, about the people, and in particular, I want people to be able to see themselves and live this moment.
Whoop, whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
So, no further ado, we will then get on to the footage, but before we do, look at the footage, a word from our sponsor. And today's sponsor is the Minister of Finance and Recreation, also known as the wife. She's been approving, green lighting these events for the past 20 odd years. Uh, well, not really green lighting, it's more of an amber light, and when it's amber, you're gonna have to go, you don't stop. And actually, sometimes it's actually red light, but you still have about a second before the red light camera takes off. But yeah, I digress. Yeah, so thank you very much for the sponsor, for making, without her and her finances and her approval, these events would not have taken place. So we are very grateful for this. Thank you.
In a couple of weeks, inshallah.
Welcome back. So this is our meetup point with the boys from the north. It's a big, very large shopping center, and we can park our cars and stay here all day, leave the cars here all day. So it's very convenient.
That was last week's ride. Near the end, it was tough. Yeah, it was tough, Harvey. I think we're still acclimatizing to the
Just talk with Ahmed.
gradients.
One of three Ahmeds on the ride today. With Ahmed Keskin about the King Lake ride that we did last weekend and about just getting, climatized into the gradient.
Yeah, yeah. Mustafa was saying, the doctor, that you didn't look too well. Yeah.
in the background you can see Mehmet in the black, and then behind him in the Rafa is Emre, and on the left side of Emre you'll peek us there. There you go, Miss Ahmed as well. Ahmed number 2. So we're heading down Mahoney's Road. It's a very 3-lane road, smooth road, mainly downhill. Not many cars, you know, 7:15 in the morning on a weekend. Most people still sleeping. So it's a nice warm up as we head down to Mount Pleasant.
Nursing it a lot. You know how it is, you just nurse it.
Sun's coming up slowly.
Yeah, we've been texting it
Was
up
scheduled to
lately,
rain,
so it's been helping.
potentially. We were checking the weather all week, but thankfully it rained the night before, and it didn't rain during the day today. Alright, we are now back. We are ascending this little lump on the road. It's about 8% average. It's not too far. I think it's less than a K. So we got again Ahmed on our left. The gentleman that went past earlier on, his name is Serhat. Apologize if I'm pronouncing your names incorrectly, because first time meeting you guys and it was very quick intro, like half asleep while we met up. So let me know if I got your name wrong. So Ahmed went past. We have another Ahmed in the orange and another Ahmed in the blue. And this is Maurice. Maurice as he's gone past next to Emre. Maurice is an ex-triathlete. He is very strong, as you can see. Rocking up with his steel bike with shifters on the down tube, and a backpack full of tools. So he's also a mechanic. Very strong rider. And we have this beautiful S-Works by Mustafa. Really nice, really nice bike.
Sorry, my bad. Mashallah. Yeah. Car back.
DB, our wingman.
Yeah. Car back, exactly.
He is a delight to ride with. Hopefully, all the guys that haven't ridden with him, you guys will have the pleasure of riding with him. He's definitely great company. And we've got Mehmet here. Focused.
Yeah.
Checking back, making sure no one's left behind. First bit of the ride I was kind of sweeping, making sure no one's left behind. And yeah, really nice road, yeah. It's really nice day out as well. Not much wind, as you can see. Fresh.
Mehmet, did you like the latest YouTube sensation that we have here? I watched it. Yeah. I was a celebrity, bro. Yeah, it literally was. I would love for someone to make a video like that to me.
Talking about Ibi's ride, King Lake video that I made dedicated to Ibi from last week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It should be on the channel.
Oh, yeah, that. Bro, it was howling.
Still heading towards the base of Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
We need to meet up with the remainder of the MMCC group. Actually, some of the original guys that started this MMCC group, we're meeting up with them. It's a service station right at the base, so that's where we're heading. So we've met up with the remainder of the group, the remainder of the boys. We met Ali and Mustafa here. So this is the meetup point at the servo, and then we come out. So there's a couple options here. There is a longer version of the Mount Pleasant segment, and there's a shorter version. Today we opted for the shorter version, just so because we had a bigger group and the range of ability was a lot wider. So we thought we'd go for the shorter route this time around.
You chill?
Yeah. I'm chilling.
We're
I'm probably gonna chill.
currently here with Ibi
Most of the-
talking
most of the ride.
tactics. Ibi was mentioning that he was going to go for a PB pen today, and he was asking if I was going or not.
We'll put Yarra Boulevard if you want.
And I
we'll
was
put for a
saying that
PB.
I'd probably do Yarra Boulevard and not do Pleasant.
PB's a PB. Right? No, like.
Yeah. So
Times in Turkish English.
so the ground is about 8%, 6%. It just varies. Again, as I said, it's not a very long climb.
Yeah, go for it.
It's shorter than actually King Lake. It's a
Yeah,
good
go for it.
beginner climb. Rolling hills.
Car back.
It was a bit hard to sync the metrics, the power and the metrics at the bottom with this particular segment, because we were waiting at the servo and trying to match
Miles
that with the
literally came when you left.
data. It's a bit tricky.
Yeah. I thought you just weren't going to the trees and just having a shit there, dude. There's like leaves and shit and just. It's better than paper, dude. It's got aloe vera and stuff.
So Ibi's taken off. Ibi went to join Ali to attempt a comp.
Yeah.
So slowly falling back. Just come back to the sweeper roll. Ahmed just went past. We've got Mehmet behind us. And Ahmed again on the Ahmed Holy at Halu. Serhat about to overtake us. Ahmed Halu was talking about that his
Yeah, of course. He was a man.
grandmother that he knows
Really nice guy. He
had passed away just on the weekend,
in the
and that it was actually Shah
early
Fehmi's.
stages.
For the people in the Melbourne community, the Muslim community would know of Shah Fehmi. He was one of the leaders, one of the first imams, is a mufti of Melbourne.
His father-in-law was a plumber.
Ah.
The same cauldron. His father-in-law and him built and maintained the cauldron.
Which cauldron?
1956 Olympics.
Ah.
Melbourne Olympics.
Ah. Damn. That's nice.
Moved to Australia.
Amazing, mashallah. We are now descending after a little hill, little climb. Back down, descending again. As I mentioned earlier, it's rolling hills. It's a really nice route. This one, great for beginners.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you can do repeats of this. Just talking to Moz, asking about his bike,
Oh, yeah?
the state that it's in,
Okay.
the one that's getting repaired.
They're doing the chain stay, yeah? You're saying you'll drop that.
Not sure if you noticed, Moz said car back, and he was able to tell quickly because of his rear Garmin Varia unit that he has, and that detects any vehicles basically that's coming through, and it displays it on his head unit which is very cool tech.
Just at the joint there. Yeah, the joint. 10 millimeters away.
Yeah, this riding along, gradients
Oh,
not that
so it's not just crack, it's
not that
contaminated.
big, not that high. Coming up to a dip at the moment now.
Ah, back in here.
A dip, one of our newer riders.
Car back!
Can you see there's still a bit of frost in the air? So fresh, so nice.
Yeah.
Mozzie's giving Edip advice on cadence, talking about the different physiology, different areas it works on if you're grinding or if you're spinning, which is great advice. Beginners to cycling tend
Yeah.
to have a very low cadence,
Yeah.
you know, in the 60s, 50s,
So yeah, spin. It's called
and
spinning. So
they just
you
got
see us,
to
you see our
slowly
legs.
learn
So we're spinning
or
more
practice
freely,
to
so
spin
there
a
isn't
bit
much
more,
tension on them, so you can go
just a
further.
bit more freely. And here's me chipping in after Moz had done a great job explaining to Edip. I had to put my 2 cents in as well. But we're all here to try to help.
That's at the shop. It's getting repaired. Even after he repairs it,
You
it
just
takes me a week or two.
Yep. To put it all back together. The bottom bracket, they
It'll take
change.
me a week or two just to fucking find time from work so I can go pick it up from him.
Really?
And then I'll drop it off to the bike
That
shop.
Moz is explaining that it's going to take a couple of weeks till he finds time to drop off his bike at the bike store. Moz is a very busy man, busy schedule with his.
I've had that happen to me. I think last time I was here.
So this is the
Always
actual
gets people, huh?
start of the
Is that
ascent,
all?
the X segment. As you can see, that little arrow
Yes.
at the back with
That
the
was designed that
indicating the
designed just
the
before a
big
lunch break.
turn
The engineer was like,
that's coming up.
fuck it.
That gradient is
Whatever. Done, send it.
pretty aggressive, and
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
joking that the
So
engineers
what
did
are we
not
having for
care.
lunch? It's amazing how things like
Did
that
not
end
care
up.
about the elevation, the sudden increase in the elevation due to they going on like Friday night, about to head home, and they're just submitting the,
Right.
the
How they go
design in,
security
not caring
in every
that it's super steep on that turn.
the biggest flaw is the people,
So,
the security systems.
yeah, slowly pedaling away, climbing. Gradients aren't too bad, 11%, 10% varies along here, but
Okay, so
this is what riding is,
on the
dude.
parts
This
on there,
is for me,
what you have?
just getting out here
As in the ones that were
with
already.
friends,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got DI2.
getting some
Oh,
fresh air,
Yeah. So
the
the bike shop has
serenity,
my DI2.
the
What's your chain
benefits of
your front of
fresh oxygen in your body, through your lungs, into your muscles,
36?
great company,
Oh, 36.
not having to worry about the daily grind, and just you versus the mountain.
Mine's 34 at the back, and I
Yeah,
think 34 at the front.
it's
I
you
think
against
30.
it.
You're compact
Um,
transits, isn't it?
there is no cheating. There is
What's
no
that?
advantages. The mountain doesn't care your race or your gender or your color.
This was nice. So you've
And
got the
yeah,
extra long.
you know, I think we all get together
So
and
it's
we
just
do these because we really enjoy it
the jumps are a
and
bit
enjoy
more.
the company
Yeah,
and
yeah.
enjoy getting out here. And this is I really enjoy this, and I think we all enjoy this. So we're currently talking about gear
I
ratios,
think
and that the current bike that Mazda
after a
has
couple of rides with the
is
new one,
differently geared with his
you
new
might be
bike. His new bike's got DI2. This one
sore
doesn't,
first.
but we were saying
Right?
that it doesn't matter.
More aggressive. Yeah.
As Maz always
So,
puts
but
it,
then you gotta
watts
get
are
used to a bit of
watts.
that, and then
Doesn't matter the bike that you're on.
see, I've got this marker on my stem here. What happens is every now and then, because the bolts sometimes aren't tight enough or for whatever reason, this rolls forward. I've noticed. The only way I noticed it was I jumped on my other bike. Look, it's already moved. I can see the line. So you see your tube, right? You see those bolts there?
Yeah.
I put a line there, I put a line there to see where it should be, and if it's moving, then I know it's moved.
This is us at the top of Mount Pleasant. Photo taken by Ibi. You can't see Ibi at the moment. So what happened, some context around here. We were about to leave, we all grouped up, about to leave, and Mehmet realizes that he has a rear puncture. Yeah, so what we did was we all sat and watched poor Maurice repair the puncture. Maurice, as I was saying earlier on, he's a ex-mechanic, or he's a mechanic, a bike mechanic, and he's thank like nice of him that he's always there, um, giving us a hand of and showing us, guiding us of how to fix certain things. In the last couple of rides, I reckon we've repaired maybe like 8 punctures. One because of the Black Road incident for the glass. And then today, this ride, I think we repaired like 3 punctures. But that is the nature of the game, unless you go tubeless. So for what I'll do is I'll name all the people that's here. So we have Mustafa, Maurice, Mehmet, Edip, myself, Ahmet, Serhat, Ahmet again, um, Imre, Moz, Ali, Ibi taking the photo, and our third Ahmed. He, as we were leaving, he took off. He didn't realize that Mehmet had a puncture. We were calling out to him, but he didn't hear us. And as you'll see in the next clip, it's all descending. So he just sent it. And yeah, poor guy, he had to ride back up and join us again. But this is us at the top of Mount Pleasant. Great photo. So we've just ascended, and we're descending down from Mount Pleasant down to towards Yarra Boulevard now. Making sure no cars are coming. Checking back to see who's left, if there's anyone behind or struggling to stay on the wheel. They're about to approach the roundabout, and we're gonna veer left, turn left. Is Edip? Sorry, Edip. I was saying stopping and I accidentally scared him. Apologies, brother.
Left. Car back.
I've sort of take the front because I've got the route on my computer. And we're meeting up with Tarek on the route.
Is that Tarek? Tarek!
Tarek wasn't here with us last time with King Lake, so it's your first introduction to Tarek
Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy!
with his fancy paint job of a bike, the Giant.
Sorry, man.
It's very pretty in person.
Yeah, I saw where you were and I'm like, it's gone up anyway. Right, I have to say, this tank one, it looks
Emre
nice.
running past. Okay. For people who are new to cycling, probably don't try this. I'm pretty confident with my bike handling skills, so but yeah, if you're not confident, definitely don't try this, especially in a group. One of the reasons why I did this is so I can get more angle from the camera so my arms aren't in the way. I actually need to remount the extendable arm, but that also has its own troubles for the camera. It keeps pushing the camera down.
Car back. Car back.
Now, things are starting to heat up. This section of the ride is quick. It's a lot of fun. This runs through Heidelberg, Ivanhoe, in that area. Mainly, there's a lot of cyclists in this area. Use this path, this route, and it's a lot of fun, especially when you're heading south. And as you can see, we're gonna start sending it. Look at Ali and his um, technique as he stood up. I'm gonna say it's pretty sexy. Very fluid, very pro-like. If I were to attempt something like that, wouldn't look as coordinated as he done. So props to him. Very great technique. Now, Evie, the man that has watermelon for calves. I'm gonna have to try to stick behind this young bull. Young buck. Evie's trying to keep the pace going, keep it high, putting the pressure down, the pressure on. Great thing about this section of the ride is it's not very descending, like it's not aggressive descending, and there's some ascending elevation thrown in. So I decide to take the front, help pull the train along. Bit of a gradient here, bit of a rise. We've got the golf course on the left hand side. Just admiring that. Didn't realize there was one here actually.
Golf course here.
I started to notice golf course because my friends have left, one of them has left cycling to take up golf course, so it kind of pains me. So at this point I look back and realize, okay, I may have pushed a bit too hard. Just saying thank you for the rider, letting him go through and just sit up and wait for some of the guys to return so we can continue. And an excuse to catch my breath.
Morning.
Slowly leveling up. Got Maurice in the back. He's doing amazingly well. Not sure why I said car up when I'm the only one at the front. I'm the first guy at the front that's past everyone. It's just, I guess, habit. And here, we're sneaky Ibby. He's up to something, I can tell. I think he's got a plan hatching. Let's have a look. Oh, and he's off. Okay. Let's do this. Getting a bit of a draft behind him. Unfortunately, I left a bit of a gap, so I'm going to have to burn a few matches, eat a few berries to bridge the gap. Yeah, a lot of, I think, looking back at this video, uh, not really a controlled effort through this segment. A lot of surging. Which I'm going to pay for later on. Foreshadowing. What could that mean? Coming near an intersection. We decide, I think, we just regroup just in case some of the guys don't know the route.
Just waiting up?
Yeah.
Well done, Maurice. Well done, Ali. Ibby. Oh, that got the juices flowing.
Good to get the cobwebs out.
Yeah, feels good.
Get the blood pumping again.
You got the cobwebs?
Maurice, I know, the beast.
Heart rate hasn't hit 120 this whole fucking ride, bro.
Let's go.
Ready to go.
Me and Muscle gonna race.
Alright. No worries.
Started the Northeast.
Alright. I will go.
I was about to say, that shit's a cute director calls me, bro. Let's go.
Go.
Well, you heard the doctor.
Wait. I don't know the way from, so are we just go straight?
We need to
Straight,
get
straight. You can't-
his heart
I'm
rate
just gonna go straight and that's
over
Just hold on
120
to
beats per
Mother's
minute.
I'll lead you guys out.
Ali's going to lead us out. Alright, it's on. This is the final segment. This is where the PP gets measured.
Pleasure.
Bit of a slow start. Ali's taken off. Tarek's following.
Hadi bismillah. You be coming?
Asking Ibby if he's coming or not.
Mehmet, you coming?
And asking Mehmet as well.
Yeah. Oh, up.
Coming up.
Okay, hadi bismillah.
Right. Need to catch up to the boys at the front. So here you go. Ali's leading us out. This is a really good segment to just send it. Rolling hills, fast descents, some good pinches. and it's mainly cyclists on this road. Very popular cyclist road. Just getting the legs warmed up after just waiting around for a couple of minutes. Thank you, Ali, for the lead out. Good work. Alright, now it's on. Sitting, trying to hold Tarek's wheel, and I'm doing 350 watts. MashaAllah. What I noticed when I was watching this footage is my cadence is a bit higher than normal. Or maybe I've never realized it being so high. But hopefully as the season gets longer, I'll be able to move up a gear and the power slightly bit higher. And I think it's because I'm a bit conscious of my knee as well. So I tend to spin more than push down. So trying to share the load at the front. Get my nose in the wind. I notice I keep doing this when it's roads going up. I'll look back at the power graph. This time around it was terrible. It was all over the place, from 0 to 500, back to 200, back to 300, back to 0. It wasn't a consistent power band, and when it's not consistent, you exert a lot of unnecessary energy. But anyway, we're out here to have fun. We're not winning any tours, not out here to win tours. Like descending, you're not really going to pedal during descending as much, but during the flatter and the incline, the power should be a bit more consistent. TD, another surge up to 500. Got Moz here coming to the front to help. And this is when I'm like, oh shit. Ali's behind me at the moment. And here I'm like, oh shit, if I don't bridge this, game over for me. Tarek's still got enough strength to have a chat with us. MashaAllah. That's us three now at the moment. Tarek, Mustafa, and myself. to bridge the gap, help Moz bridge it as well, so I can get on my wheel. Tarek's still at the front, doing really well. I think he's looking back. Still no flick of the elbow.
Well, Tarek. Good work. Good work.
Okay, I decided to go to the front where it's again incline, and I pay for this effort. You can see me trying to conjure up as much energy as I can, trying to keep it consistent. I'm breathing from every orifice I have right now. I actually thought this was the last bit. I said it's the last bit, and then Tarek just took off like a bat out of hell. As you saw, hit 300 plus, trying to hold his wheel, but nah, he just went. That's not looking good for Moz and I at this moment. I'm struggling big time now. Power's going down. I can see the light. Moz takes off. And this is where I'm like, it's either I drop to my small chain ring and sit up, or somehow try to bridge. And this is where I'm thinking, see Musa, all that anime watching and sitting down doing nothing, we should have been out on the trainer. And I thought, what would Goku do in this situation? Would he give up? So, no. So, on this descent, I try to pedal as much as I can, try to keep the power up, push the power down, and just keep pedaling and try to bridge this gap. Go Super Saiyan. My heart's burning right now, but I gotta bridge this somehow. Was his catching his breath, waiting to go around, get away, get around these riders as well, and then final push. Final push is up, obviously, uphill. 'Come on, you got this. %.
500.
500 or so meters to go.
Come on.
See, this cadence is better than 100. Not the 115s. By the way, Moss is doing this on a 12 plus kilo bike. Mashallah.
Come on.
What a beast.
Come on. 200. Come on.
200 meters.
Well done. Fuck. Well done.
Amazing.
Well done, Tarek.
Ali
Well done,
and
Ibi.
Ibi as well, right behind
done.
us.
Alright boys, yeah, thanks. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Well done, boys. Great work. Mashallah, Tarek, well done. Beast.
You reckon that's your PB?
I've only done this once before, so definitely. The first time I did it, I had no idea.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, I'll just cruise and work this out.
Yeah. You did really good.
Thanks, man.
You did really well, mashallah.
You too.
Thanks.
You're coming back from a massive injury.
Yeah. Good morning.
So this concludes another ride video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the guys that turned up today. We had about 14 riders. It was an amazing day out. And we've actually got more riders that could not attend today that are regulars like Rahad, Mansoor, Brandon, Glenn.
Up to you, dude.
So
It's me and you.
definitely MMCC is growing.
I mean,
If you want to get involved, if you want to tag along, jump in with our rides, we're going to hopefully structure this a bit better.
It's in a canteen.
Most likely create a club on Strava so you can join in if you want to be part of it. Just reach out to any of the guys that you saw in the footage today and they'll be able to redirect you. Again, thanks for watching.
Riders.
Hope you enjoyed it. If there's any changes or improvements that you'd like to see from these types of footage, let me know. But apart from that, yeah, enjoy. And hopefully I'll see you